Brooksby now takes advantage of a slip from Pete. Brooksby towards the edge of the area, cuts in field, takes a shot from distance. Wayne Brooksby with the left boot hits the bottom right hand corner, and the former Ferriby man comes back to haunt the side that he once played for.
Well, good afternoon and welcome here to Guiseley AFC Radio. It's another busy day for the Lions as we take on Forest Green here in the new lawn. It's a tough task as we the team at the very top end of the table, and Guiseley are expecting a tough task here as they face the league leaders. We've made the trip down, and it's been a very productive trip so far. We've enjoyed our welcome here at the new lawn, and enjoyed looking around at the many different features of this ground. Very different sort of stadium, as they've really taken to task the aim of showing sustainability in action at a football ground. But we're mostly interested in whether Guiseley can pick up the 3 points this afternoon.
Brooksby now on the edge of the 18-yard box, comes charging in, plays the ball across the base of the goal.
Yes, and good afternoon and welcome here to the new lawn. Very loud tonneau behind us here as we're building up for non-league day, and Guiseley have travelled down to take on the league leaders here as we face the team at the top of the table, and the team at the top of the table is Forest Green, and they had a fantastic victory 3-0 on Wednesday night against Aldershot. Meanwhile, we had the opposite, a very disappointing defeat at home to Macclesfield, as we just adjust our levels and get ourselves sorted out here technically in the press area here. And Mark Bauer really will be hoping his Chargers can put out a decent performance today to reinvigorate the home fans and reinvigorate the away fans, rather, the travelling fans, and reinvigorate the team that has had a tough week, haven't we, after that defeat?
Yeah, back-to-back home defeats. It's a little disappointing, to be honest. The performance on Tuesday night was far inferior of the performance we put in against Lincoln on the telly on Friday night. It was, don't get me wrong, it was difficult conditions. You know, we had a torrential storm and a lot of rain. However, it's the same for both sides, and it's as simple as the fact that Macclesfield adapted to it. They dealt with the conditions the better. They were a lot quicker to the ball. They closed it down very, very well. The midfield too of Danny Boschel and Jake Lawler were looking to have a bit of space and time to pass the ball, and they just weren't getting it. Macclesfield very quick at closing down. Another thing from Macclesfield's play, they weren't afraid to have a go. They got, just outside the box, 18, 20 yards out, and they were testing Steve Drench on a regular basis. And that's to say, for Guiseley, we really struggled to get going. I'm sure Mark will be hoping for a much improved performance. But let's take nothing away. We're away at the league leaders. Yes, they've had a blip, but they got their 3-0 win in front of the BT cameras on Wednesday night, and they'll be looking to kick on, and they will see this as little old Guiseley and a chance to roll us over. If I'm completely honest, that's what they want to do if they are, as they intend to be, champions.
Well, disappointing night on Tuesday. Mark Bauer spoke to Chris after the game. Here's what he had to say.
I'm joined by Mark Bauer after Guiseley's 3-0 home defeat against Macclesfield. Mark, can you start off for me by trying to sum up the performance and the result for the side?
Yeah, really poor tonight. I think that's the first time that we've been completely outplayed, really, up until once they got the third goal and, really won the game. I thought they were by far the best team we've played so far. We just couldn't get close to them. Really impressed with them. Really disappointed with us. Thought we looked well off it. Bosch has just said it interesting. We looked, for the first time this season, we looked like a team that had just come out of Conference North, and good side, the way they popped it around. They really punished us, and no arguments with the scoreline. Just disappointed from our point of view. Obviously, there's performances that were below par tonight, and they've punished us.
Can you put your finger on why we were so far?
you're going to have occasionally those performances where you're below par, the other team probably right on top of the game, and it produces a game like that. No, you know, we're difficult one to really say why it's happened. They've you know, I think credit to them, they've played really well. We've just not been able to get a grip of their strengths. By the time we did, you know, we're 2 and 3-0 down. A full, you know, good side. They just missed out on the playoffs last year. Went to watch them on Saturday and they played really well. Missed a load of chances. Should have beaten Boreham more comfortably. And tonight they've taken the chances, but they've smashed 2 in from outside the box in the first half. But really, you know, they controlled the game, and we were just didn't have any answers for what they threw at us.
In terms of the goals that they scored, I'd say it was efforts from outside the box, something that generally our style of play doesn't merit, but even we couldn't even get the good passing play going tonight.
No, they closed us down well, made a few bad decisions on the ball, just gave the ball back to them too easily, and that allows them to play again as they did, you know, keeping possession. You spend a long time chasing it. And yeah, they controlled the game, something that we like to do, something that we went down and did at Braintree a couple of weeks ago. Really, we did it on Friday against Lincoln, just couldn't find that end product. But yeah, you know, the free kick that was never a free kick, mind, but the lad sticks it in the top corner, and then the second one a deflected shot. So then you're chasing the game. Boys had a really good chance at 2-0. Had that gone in, who knows? And then obviously we get the penalty, and the keeper pulls off a great save. Just kind of summed up our night. But you know, the other games that we've lost this season, even the Aldershot one, you know, I've seen signs that, you know, we've had a spelling game where we've been on top, and, you know, perhaps been unfortunate. Tonight, you know, we were well and truly beaten by the better side, and they deserved the victory. And hopefully, it's, you know, gives us that little wake up call again. And, you know, it happens to everyone over the course of a season. You know, they beat Forest Green 4-1 the other week. They won 3-0 at Aldershot last week. They're a very good side. But, you know, we've got to come back from it, learn the lessons from it. And yeah, Forest Green on Saturday is a great place to go and put something like that right.
We spoke right before the start of the season about how we needed to make Nethermore a fortress. On the whole, so far, ignoring the performances, there's been some good ones, but results have been better away from home than home. 4 defeats at home so far this season.
Yeah, I think we've been unfortunate in a couple of them. You know, tonight we've been beaten fair and square. Sometimes you'll get that. Some teams have better away records than home. Maybe personnel we've got in the squad at the minute, we're a little bit more suited to playing away from home. But, you know, tonight, whether we'd have played home or away, if, you know, you're putting that kind of performance, we're going to lose games. Don't matter who you're playing. But yeah, every team says it. You know, it's a bit of a cliche, really. Make your home ground a fortress. We just need to keep picking up points, and whether it be home or away. Ideally, we'd like it to be at home in front of your home supporters. No, we've obviously 2 really difficult away games now to go into, so we'll prepare on Thursday for the Forest Green one, and you know, look to go down there, and nobody will give us a chance. Look to get a result.
In terms of where the goals have been coming from, Guiseley, Craddock, Boys, and Dickinson all had chances in the game, and it's been a story of the season so far. All have had chances and failed to put them away.
I think in games gone by, if some of the chances we missed have been really costly, I don't think that was really the case tonight. I think by the time we got decent chances, you know, they were at least 2 in front. Having said that, for the little play we had 3 really good headed chances in the first half. Missed a penalty. Keeper's made a great save from a penalty and a free kick from Dicko. We have had probably more good chances and efforts on goal than we did on Friday night, but, you know, they've scored 2 very good goals from outside the box in the first half. You know, maybe if those don't go in, you know, you getting at half time at 0-0, it's completely different. You can adjust and make the changes that we did, and it might have a different effect on the game. But, you know, credit to them, they've played well. They've scored 2 very good goals from outside the box, and you know, whether the goals were, you know, wherever they came from, they deserve to win.
So, as we say, a nice, easy trip to the league leaders on Saturday, Wake Forest Green for non-league day.
Yeah, you know, it's this league, really, isn't it? You see some crazy results week in, week out. Yeah, difficult one for us. We're going to have to pick ourselves up, can't be too down. On the whole, we've competed well at this level. Tonight's a little bit of a wake-up call and a bit of a reality check for us. And we'll obviously have a look at it, watch the game back, see where we've gone wrong, what we could do better, little bits that can make a difference, and we'll go down to Forest Green, looking to put in the performance that we've put in over a majority of the season. If we do that, then it's shown in this league any team can beat anyone on any given day, and we'll go down there looking to get a result. Any
team can beat any other on any given day. Then, Chris, do you feel that that's a plausible opportunity for us today? Can we get something out of this game?
It's not impossible. It's a game of football. Anything can happen. We know this. But we are going to have to put in an almighty performance and an almighty improvement on Tuesday's game, to be honest, to take anything away, because the table doesn't lie. Forest Green, as I say, they won their first 9 games on the bounce. Yes, they had a blip of 5 games with just 2 draws and 3 defeats in, but they're back to winning ways after Wednesday night. As I say, it's not impossible, but for me, it's going to take an almighty performance. We've got the players in there capable of getting it, as we see Liam Dickinson in goal. I've just spotted that. Liam Dickinson warming up in goal. It's not the case. It's just a bit of fun. But, we are going to need to dig deep, get a good performance. We've got to be concentrated. We've got to concentrate and be tight. We can't give them an inch, basically, because they'll take a mile.
Well, let's just quickly look through that guys' starting lineup. Stephen Drench in goal today, Danny Lowe, Adam Lockwood, Jake Lawler, Wayne Brooksby, Danny Boschel, Adam Boyce, Gavin Rothery, Will Hatfield, who's his birthday today, George Maris and Rob Atkinson. Interestingly, no Ryan Toulson, and 1 or 2 changes there. What do you make of this starting lineup?
I'm a little bit baffled as regards Toulson's absence, because we don't know of any injuries. He didn't go off at any point on Tuesday night, so there's just selection, not issues, that's the wrong word, but there is just a change in selection there. He's going to see Will Hatfield back to right back, as we saw him at the start of the season, which, as we've said over the course since he's been playing to centre midfield role, for us, he's a little bit of a waste, but what he is going to do is he's got legs. He's got the athletic ability to get up and down that flank, which he's going to have to do up against someone like Keanu Mouse-Brown, who is absolutely capable of running a fullback ragged. He's got a big job on him, but he's capable of doing so. And Adam Boyce, for me, somebody who I was a little bit critical of on Tuesday night, I stand by that. I think he needs to do a big game tonight. He's got a chance to start away at the league leaders. If he can't put in a performance today, he never will.
Well, it certainly is. There is there's quite a loud announcement just behind us at the moment. But there was a tough game again, obviously, for us on Tuesday night. The team have to resolve that performance and get ready for next week. Steve Drench spoke to Chris Bell after the game against Macclesfield. Here's what he had to say.
I'm joined by Steve Drench after Guiseley's 3-0 home defeat against Macclesfield. Steve, can you start for me by trying to sum up the performance and the result for me?
Just disappointing, to be honest. It's probably the only way to describe it. Obviously, we came into the game after the Friday night game, obviously. Playing on TV for the first time, whatever else, putting a decent performance. Didn't get the points, but tonight was just the complete opposite. Macclesfield completely bossed the game from start to finish. And it could have been more, to be honest, just we couldn't get into the game, giving the ball away. Didn't really create many chances, obviously. We've missed a penalty and 1 or 2 other bits, but nothing clear cut. And they just dominated the game from start to finish, to be honest.
Can you put your finger as to why we were so outclassed in that first half, especially?
I think that's a good way to put it, to be honest. I just think that they were just better. I think the formation that they played was there to match us up, and they had a clear game plan. As to when we tried to play off the backs, obviously we like to play football. They just pressed us and didn't let us do it. Then we resorted to playing a bit more direct, which doesn't really suit our style of play. But just with the formation, the tactics that they were deploying, we couldn't play our own game, and it's fell into their trap really. But they've done a job on us, to be honest.
Were they better than the league table suggested from what you're expecting?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think even at this early stage of the season, the league table's a little bit false. Obviously, a few teams that have started off really well have fell away, and a few teams that haven't started so well have picked up a few points. But obviously, Macclesfield, the next league team, some good experienced players. with some good young talent as well. But like I say, we've just been dominated from first minute to last.
From your point of view as goalkeeper, how much of an impact did the weather have for you personally, of course? Absolute torrential rain from about 6 o'clock.
It's always tricky, to be honest, but at the end of the day, there's 2 goalkeepers on the pitch and there's 20 outfield players as well, so it's difficult for everyone really, but it's just one of them. I mean, we can see how the pitch cut up, blah blah blah, the ball didn't move as well as we wanted to, but they've had to play on the same pitch as us as well. So
did they just adapt to it?
Yeah, I think they did, and I mean, like we say, we tried to play football and they didn't let us do it, and we ended up playing into their hands a little bit really, but there's no excuses.
So going forward, non-league day on Saturday and an away trip to Forest Green Rovers, who are second tonight, but only because they haven't played yet.
Yeah, it doesn't get any easier, but I think that'll be a bit of a wake-up call for us tonight, to be honest. I mean, we could have gone into the game on Saturday against Forest Green, who have obviously a really good start, under false pretences really, but I think with the disappointing performance tonight, it might give us a bit of a kick up the backside to pull our finger out on Saturday and put in a better performance.
Looking at the way results have gone at home, 4 defeats, all to nil scorelines. Why is Nethermore proving so hard to be a fortress this season? They seem to be a lot better away from home this season so far.
I just think it's, like you say, it's just playing the fact that when we're at home, we're supposed to like take the game to the opposition, if you like. While away from home, we can sit back and try and play on the counter attack a little bit. The home form one really. I mean, you look at the games with some nice footballing. Obviously tonight we've been outplayed Aldershot, Gateshead, for 45 minutes the better team. I just think it's just a case of being a little bit more clinical when we do get the chances, because the teams we are playing against, they stick it in, and that's Lincoln. They had one half decent chance first 20 minutes, stuck it in the goal, and just sat back and defended for 90 minutes. And if you're good enough to do that, then that's fair enough. But obviously at home, we're trying to come out and attack and take the game by the scruff of the neck, and obviously it doesn't always work out to our advantage.
So going forward then, as we say, away at Forest Green, hopefully a chance away from home. Does that take a bit of pressure off perhaps? The fact that we are going to, the perceived... Yeah,
a little bit. I mean, like I say, Forest Green have had a really good start, and obviously with our result tonight, people will be looking at us and thinking, oh, that's a guaranteed 3 points for Forest Green. But like we've shown, obviously we went to Braintree, we're doing really well. Went down there the other week and beat them 1-0. So I'd like to hope we can go down there, put in a better performance, and obviously we'll see where we go from there.
Well, that was Steve Drench speaking to Chris Bell after the game on Tuesday night, which is a distant memory ago in some respects, because the weather has vastly improved. It was horrendous conditions on Tuesday. I know we keep going on about it, but it really was. It was really dreadfully wet and heavy rain, and the Lions really didn't cope with the conditions. But today they're actually having to put the sprinklers onto the surface here, an immaculate surface here at the new lawn. No excuses can be held over the quality of the pitch this afternoon here. And the Guiseley fans have travelled in their number again, and they're away to our right here. We can see a number with wigs on. Fantastic to see a number with orange wigs away to our right here. And hey, they're currently waving. I don't know if they're waving at us. It's a few orange wigs and Cy Wintle with quite a striking long blonde streak of hair away to our right. So great to see the fans travel here to Forest Green for what is a big game for us here in the Vanarama National. And of course it's non-league day, and something we're all very excited about, showcasing the best of this level of football, and hopefully dispelling a few myths that first-time visitors to this level of football will perhaps, or might have, about the quality that they'll see. I'm sure they'll see a very good game of football this afternoon. Chris, we're just about ready to get underway here. Final thoughts ahead of this game?
It's going to be a tough game, but give the performances that we are capable of, and we can take something away from here. It's as simple as that.
So welcome here to the new lawn, the home of Forest Green Rovers, the league leaders, and another tough task for Guiseley. A huge mountain for them to climb if they are to come away with a point or even 3 this afternoon. It would be an impressive scalp. Guiseley have made the changes since that defeat midweek against Macclesfield, a 3-0 defeat that certainly stuck in the throat of the managers, the players and the fans, and they'll be hoping to put things right this afternoon with a solid performance, and who knows, maybe a point or 3. Forest Green Rovers line up this afternoon with Johnny Maxted in goal. Darren Jones, Dale Bennett, Keanu Marsh-Brown, Marcus Kelly, Elliot Freer, Aaron Racine, Curtis Guthrie, Rob Sinclair, John Parkin and Darren Carter on the bench, Dale Eve, David Pipe, Charlie Clough, Aaron O'Connor and Sam Wedgbury. And for Guiseley, Stephen Drench, Danny Lowe, Adam Lockwood, Jake Lawler, Wayne Brooksby, Danny Boschel, Adam Boys, Gavin Rothery, Will Hatfield, whose birthday it is, George Maris and Rob Atkinson. On the bench then, that means Tom Craddock, Liam Dickinson, Nicky Boschel, Zach Thompson and Dan Atkinson. Referee today is Wayne Barrett with his assistants Grant Taylor and Christopher Kidd. Fourth official Adam Penwell. And Guiseley, who'll be playing in all yellow kit today, just getting through, limbering up ready for this match. As Forest Green, who play in a sort of lime green kit with black stripes, just go through their final paces ahead of this game.
Yeah, I think it's hoops as opposed to stripes. Aren't stripes vertical? I'm not a fashionista, but
hoops it is.
No, it's going to be, it's going to be a tough game, but we're going to be capable of getting something out of this, I think, if we can put in a good performance. I think, on a side note, we were talking about big units on the way down. I think John Parkin is the man that big unit was invented for as a phrase. Nicknamed the Beast as well, and he's had that since his days playing at a fairly high level, to be fair, in the Football League. An experienced striker capable of getting 20 goals a season at this level, even for a man who's not his age, but he's an experienced striker.
Well, you can probably hear as we just go through the team lineups. The two sides ready to get underway in this fantastic occasion of non-league day. It will be Forest Green who'll kick off, and they'll be shooting from left to right as we watch in this main stand here. Nice stadium here with terracing covered at both ends of the ground, an open terracing opposite us, and a good, well-provisioned stand for where we're sitting commentating from today. Sinclair ready to get us underway. Referee just going through the final checks. The floodlights are on. It's a little bit overcast. And away we go. Carter getting the ball back to the left back. Kelly, Marcus Kelly plays it up long, and first touch of the ball for Jake Lawler. And Adam Lockwood just lets the ball go back to Stephen Drench. So it is, as we suspected, Will Hatfield who will play it right back today. The launched clearance from Stephen Drench all the way into the Forest Green half, cleared up to the halfway line, kept in well by Danny Lowe on that halfway line, and then played back here to Atkinson. Atkinson out to Hatfield. Guiseley with a good touch of the ball early doors, sends it down the right hand side. Boys chasing that one down, looking to take the ball off Racine. Racine sticks to his task well, but so does Adam Boys, and that means a good challenge. Gets the ball back here to Jake Lawler. Spin on the ball by Rothery inside the box. Rothery tries to twist his way down through one or two players. Goes down to ground, claims a penalty, but there's it's a very tame claim, isn't it, in the end,
yeah,
Chris?
Absolutely. I don't think there's any chance of him getting the penalty given there, to be honest. I think he got his own legs tangled up more than in with the opposition's. Went down and a little bit desperate, but the Guiseley fans are in good voice to our right-hand side in that terracing.
Well, they certainly know that there's a tough task for their side today. Mark Power just goes to claim the ball as it rolls out of play in front of us. I don't know if he did that deliberately, but he let the ball go through his legs. Had a moment, didn't he, on Tuesday night when he went to clear the ball and slipped completely on the wet grass. Ended up on his rear end.
Yeah, that was fairly comical, let's be honest. It was a highlight of what was a fairly drab evening for Guiseley.
James Headley got the full picture caught on camera, which is good to see back. Guys, he's just touching the ball around in the middle of the park at the moment. Played down the right-hand side up towards Rothery. It's just over him. Picked up, though, now by Brooksby. Still on the right-hand side of the park. Plays it forward towards Rothery, who's taken up good position just up from the corner flag. He's got Kelly to beat. Goes back instead to Brooksby. Brooksby on the edge of the 18-yard box. Takes a shot from distance. It beats the goalkeeper, but just past the upright. Yeah. And there's a big shout for a corner from Wayne Brooksby. Referee's pointed to the goal kick. That was a good start there from the Lions.
I'm with the lads on that one. I thought myself that the goalkeeper had scrambled across and made a decent save there to tip it around the post, but it's not been given. But excellent move there from Guiseley. Gavin Rothery with some good work. Laid it back into the path of Brooksby. Brooksby, couple of touches. Good shot with the left foot. And for me, he forced a save out of Johnny Maxted.
Flicked on now by Maris on the halfway line. Guiseley starting brightly at the first shot at goal. Danny Lowe back to Stephen Drench. Drench has Parkin shadowing him, and you are in the shadow of Parkin. It's cleared and nodded on by Forest Green, but Guiseley win the ball back here with Adam Boys inside the Forest Green half. He doesn't get an advantage, so referee calls the play back well that time to give Guiseley a free kick. The ball up towards Maris. He just slips at the key moment, and a free kick will be given against the Barnsley low knee against Bennett. Dale Bennett fouled on that occasion. 0-0.
Yeah, he was just trying to stay in front of Dale Bennett there, but Bennett was always being blocked off by George Maris. I think going back quickly to John Parkin, he's the proverbial big unit. What we have to do is deal with him better than we dealt with Matt Reid for Lincoln last Friday. He did get a lot of the play. Everything that was good for Lincoln went through him. What we need to do is use Lockwood and Atkinson to stop Forest Green, doing the same thing with John Parkin. Good footwork there. John
Parkin showing some excellent control just to take the ball away, but then his delivery to the right-hand side isn't good enough, and Guiseley come away with the ball, but just can't thread it through to Hatfield on that right-hand side. Up from right back over the halfway line, and out anyway for a Forest Green throw.
It's quite exposed as a stadium, isn't it? It's quite high up. Just looking at the flags on the flagpoles opposite us, and there's a bit of breeze.
Of course, they've got ambitious plans to move from this stadium, Forest Green, as part of an eco-business park development.
It's a little bit unbelievable, bearing in mind that they only opened this stadium for the 06-07 season.
Guiseley now on the ball. Maris just has to take a touch to take it away from the halfway line. Danny Lowe will send it down the channel, looking for Adam Boys. Just can't get the run right. He wanted the ball played further on to run onto. On the left channel. Plenty of games going on around the Vanarama National today. We'll keep you fully up to speed with that. In the meantime, Guiseley just on the ball here with Rothery. Into Boys. Boys and Rothery exchange passes. It finds Wayne Brooksby. The home fans muted for a moment here. Brooksby plays the ball to the right-hand side. Hatfield goes to claim it. Gets the challenge in and earns Guiseley the first corner of the game. And good movement there from the Lions, and good invention down that right-hand side. And good running from Will Hatfield from right back to earn the corner.
Yeah, excellent work rate from Will Hatfield. He didn't give that one up, got in there, was able to pull the ball back across and went out of Forest Green play. The sad thing for Hatfield now is the fact he had to come all the way back to the halfway line, playing it right back. Something that you really want outside the box.
Danny Boschel will take the corner. It goes towards the edge of the area, towards Gavin Rothery, and he doesn't win the challenge. And now there's a counter-attack on here for Forest Green, and the home fans urge them on. The ball aimed towards the feet of Marcus Kelly was the ideal option, but in the end it didn't come, and Guiseley managed to defend and clear, much to the frustration of the home fans. But Marcus Kelly had surged forward and was in good space. But they come again now. Forest Green with Bennett on the right flank, up against Danny Lowe. He's held up. Carter takes over. A good little flick here from Marsh Brown to give the ball into the feet of Rob Sinclair. Sinclair square, and then a shot from distance. Takes a deflection. Marsh Brown's effort deflects over the bar, and it's Forest Green's first corner of the game.
Yeah, it was a good attacking move there from Forest Green. And Keanu Marsh Brown is not afraid to shoot. He's a very, very tricky player to play against. But he's done well there in winning his side's first corner of the game.
So Rob Sinclair will take the corner from this near side as the home side attack the Guiseley goal. He's got plenty to aim for. He curls this one in, but he can only find Wayne Brooksby at the back post. Brooksby heads clear, but it will be Kelly who will recover the ball for the home side. And then they work well down this left flank. Freer gets the ball into the area, headed on by Racine. Can't get it towards a goal, but a good turn into the area now. And Guiseley have a real problem for a moment there, but then the slip at the key moment as Darren Jones, who'd come up from the back and had just foxed Danny Lowe in the box there. But in the end, his delivery wasn't good enough, and the ball is out for a Guiseley throw at right back.
Yeah, there was a little bit of tussling between Darren Jones and Danny Lowe after Jones had put in an excellent turn to get away from Lowe. I'm going to say the ball wasn't the best.
Throw from right back, headed out by Kelly. Ball recovered by the ball boy over on that far side. And great gesture. They'd given away a load of shirts, hadn't they, to year 3 of the local school here. Fantastic non-league day gesture from the home club.
Yeah, I believe somewhere in the region 300 shirts have been given away.
Now, Forest Green come forward. Keanu Marsh-Brown, very skillful footballer, but he's stopped in his tracks this time by Danny Lowe, who clears up towards Adam Boyes. Guys, early foray seems to have come to a temporary end, and Gavin Rothery snaps at the heels of Rob Sinclair rather too enthusiastically, and it's a free kick which is quickly taken, and Forest Green now with a bit amongst their teeth, bit between their teeth even, give the ball out to Kelly on this left flank. Kelly's up and looking for options ahead, has to check his run, goes square, still just on the edge of the centre circle, the ball, and it's played forward towards Parkin, recovered now here by Marsh-Brown. Dale Bennett and Marsh-Brown exchanging passes. Guiseley holding good shape whilst Forest Green knock the ball around, and Adam Boyes closes down Jones. Jones goes back to the goalkeeper, but the home side still enjoying a prolonged spell of possession here.
Just the 3 early goals in the Vanarama National League so far. Chester 0, Lincoln City 1, Halifax 0, Woking 1, and Southport 0.
Oh, a great ball over the top here. It's caught Guiseley flat, the ball square towards, well, what really should have been towards Marsh-Brown. Didn't happen, and it went over the top of Marsh-Brown and away, and Guiseley have got away with that really, because it was a simple ball over the top. Just as you were going through the scores, you weren't expecting really a chance to craft open. Now this one, a good ball from Jake Lawler towards Adam Boyes. He heads up in the air and down, but Guiseley really just got away with that movement there of Forest Green. They just haven't been incisive enough on that occasion.
Now, there's been a couple of occasions, haven't there, where Forest Green have come forward and basically either played the wrong ball or just completely got the right ball wrong.
I think I followed that.
If that makes any form of sense. They've overhit the crosses.
10 minutes gone, 0-0. We're overhitting the analogies, I think. Guiseley with the ball in midfield, but Danny Boschell's closed down. Boschell gets a touch on it, up towards Atkinson. Good work here from Guthrie to take the ball away. Now Guthrie, good interplay, plays the ball out towards the right-hand side towards Keanu Marsh-Brown. Keanu Marsh-Brown holds the play up, gives it to Bennett. Bennett curls it in towards the edge of the D, headed away by Danny Boschell, picked up here by Sinclair. Sinclair and Bennett exchange passes. The ball back here with Jones. The centre half chips it forward, and it's left by Rob Atkinson to go back to Stephen Drench. 0-0.
Forest Green probably had most of the play in the last 5 or 6 minutes or so. We started brightly, but I kind of feel that this may be the pattern of the game for a little while, with Forest Green looking to dictate play, keep the ball.
Ball out for a throw-in in left-back position currently for Forest Green. It's played upfield and won by Hatfield, who's square to Danny Boschell. Boschell on the halfway line gives it to Atkinson, and it's with Adam Lockwood inside the centre circle, laid square here to Lawler. Patient passing now from Guiseley. Rothery onto the right-hand side. Hatfield. Lions need to attack this Forest Green back line if they can. It's now with Brooksby, who's made some headway down the right-hand side, cuts in field, lays it back here to Maris. Maris on the edge of the area gets a shot that's blocked. And now the home side come away with the ball. And it's Bennett on the halfway line. Up towards Guthrie, but he's tackled. Guiseley recover possession now with Gavin Rothery inside the centre circle. Return from injury rather, on Tuesday night and starting again this afternoon. He was taken off at half-time on Tuesday. George Maris in the centre circle takes the ball off the feet of Rothery, and then it's into the feet of Danny Boschel as Guiseley pass it around but not making any headway, and then a late challenge from Rothery as his first touch lets him down, and he clips Guthrie, and Guiseley will concede the free kick.
Yeah, he certainly caught him. You have to be a little bit careful. That's the second foul that Gavin Rothery's committed that have been a little bit clumsy or due to his own error. In the case with the touch.
Timing's just a little bit out, isn't it?
To be fair, he hasn't had a great deal of game time though, has he really? He only just came back from injury on Tuesday night.
Free kick will be taken from the halfway line. Up towards the edge of the 18-yard box, chipped away by Wayne Brooksby. Picked up now by Danny Boschel, and here to George Maris. Now, can Maris have a run? He's caught up by the lightning-quick pace of Keanu Marsh-Brown, but does well to keep hold of possession. Gives it to Wayne Brooksby on the right-hand side. Now into Hatfield. Hatfield looks to give the ball in field and make the forward run from right back. Jake Lawler, though, has to go back towards Wayne Brooksby, and then it's up towards Rothery, who goes down under the challenge, but the referee doesn't see anything wrong with it. And this time, there's no flag here against Guthrie as he peels away from Lockwood, but pulls a very tame effort wide of the mark. And Guiseley, again, just have to be wary of the pace of players like Guthrie, of Marsh-Brown, because the ball over the top there really caught Guiseley flat, and there was no question of offside, was there?
No, not at all. It was just a case of Curtis Guthrie, pace to burn, perfectly timed run in behind Atkinson and Lockwood. And thankfully for Guiseley, he pulled the cross-come shot. I think it was a shot, but it looked more like a poor cross, to be honest. Went out close to the corner flag than the goal.
0-0, 15 minutes gone. Guiseley had a decent chance early doors and might capitalise from something here. The goalkeeper's just come out and mistimed his clearance. Picked up now by Maris. Maris takes the shot from distance. The keeper, Johnny Maxted, recovers well and claims the ball. But just a moment of confusion for Johnny Maxted, and his clearance ricocheting, I think it was off Adam Boys, fell to Maris. Maris took the first time effort, but the goalkeeper Maxted had recovered well in time to claim the ball. Jones on the ball now for Forest Green. He plays it back to the goalkeeper. Former Doncaster player who actually made the bench at 16 for one of the first team games, but didn't make his success of his career there, but has certainly found success recently here at Forest Green. You tell me, Chris, that he'd had a trial at Bradford Park Avenue?
Yeah, I think he was here the season before last. He was on trial at Bradford Park Avenue under John Deasy, and clearly John Deasy didn't see anything in him to try and take him on permanently at Park Ave. But he's proved himself, I think, at Forest Green so far in his career here at the new lawn.
That's with the other goalkeeper, Stephen Drench, at the moment, who plays the ball over the halfway line towards Jake Lawler. Away from him, Aaron Racine plays it back to Maxted. Good foot through the ball, headed away by Atkinson. And then Danny Boschel takes over on the centre circle. Nice ball in here to Gavin Rothery. Now Wayne Brooksby doesn't control it well with the first touch, but gets control of it the second time and gives it back to Danny Lowe. Is he in control of the ball? But again, finding forward motion a little difficult just at this moment in time, but they've had plenty of endeavour in the early stages of this game. Lockwood looks ahead, gives it square to Lawler. now to Brooksby, who's bundled over by Jones. And Jones protests his innocent, but referee Wayne Barrett gives Guiseley the free kick inside the Forest Green half, about level with the edge of the centre circle.
Yeah, Brooksby was in control of that and just came through the back slightly.
18 minutes gone. 0-0 here. Guiseley in possession of the ball now with Rob Atkinson, who sends it up towards Boys. Boys aims to flick on. Bennett watches the danger and lofts the ball out for a throw into Guiseley. Which will be about level with the edge of the penalty area on the left-hand side. So Danny Lowe comes to take. Lowe's just waiting to find the right run. Maris offers the option, but doesn't offer the control and runs the ball out of play for a Forest Green throw.
Yeah, it was a good position as well there with Lowe's throw. But Maris brought it down, lost his control, and ended up knocking that out of play. Another goal in the league, by the way. Bromley 1, Barrow 0. As Bromley looks to continue their good run.
Forest Green just concede possession here to Jake Lawler, who plays a nice one into Wayne Brooksby. Brooksby gets a shot away from distance. Doesn't have the power on it in the end that he would have hoped for, but he did well to craft open the half chance. It's well held by Johnny Maxted. But certainly, you know, you're not looking at two teams with vast differences in class at the moment. Guiseley on the ball with Hatfield. He blasts it against Elliot Freer and out for a Guiseley throw.
I completely agree with you there. You wouldn't think, to be honest, that either of these two sides were top of the league after the performance so far. It's not been a bad game, but it looks a lot more even so far in this opening 20 minutes or so than the league table would suggest.
Throw in is taken. Was that a clap for the ball boy? So I think that's great. Guys who don't clear the lines particularly well. It's picked up now by Keanu Marsh-Brown, who plays it to the right-hand side. Bennett on the right flank, curls it in towards a penalty spot. The shot comes in from Guthrie, takes a deflection off the defender, then back in here, and Guiseley have to watch out because Darren Carter, the vastly experienced midfielder, was lurking and ready to pounce, but Stephen Drench just claimed the ball ahead of him.
Yeah, he did well there, did Stephen Drench. He was very aware of the danger, made his decision quickly to come for that.
Now Boys has flicked on. He's found Brooksby. I think there might have been a tug on his shirt, but the ball has continued to move. Hatfield gets it into the area. It's blocked by Marcus Kelly. And the left back comes away with the ball. Looks for options ahead of him. Great work there from Will Hatfield. Dispossesses Kelly. Gives the ball to Brooksby. Hatfield tracking back from right back with a robust challenge. Now Danny Lowe on the left flank. Up from left back will cross into the box. But it's well blocked by Bennett.
Yeah, he did well there, didn't he, Dale Bennett? First man that Lowe had to beat, and sadly he couldn't do it.
Throw to Guiseley, which is then put out for another throw for the Lions. They will take this one back level with the penalty spot on the left-hand side. 20 minutes gone, still goalless. Into the feet of Danny Boschel. Boschel gets the ball back. He's been shackled by Sinclair, so he controls the ball and sends it back to Atkinson. Atkinson's closed down well by Guthrie. Hatfield, full of industry this afternoon as ever, is under a bit of pressure, but gives the ball back to Atkinson, who sends it long down the right-hand side. And now Brooksby on the ball. Gives it to Jake Lawler. Lawler into the feet of Maris, and Guiseley just again with patient build-up. Now give it to Brooksby. Brooksby takes the ball off Rothery, gives it square now. Here to Maris, whose shot from the left foot is a little wayward. Looks up at the sky, but it was the right idea. He had to snap at it, and he did. But in the end, his effort has spun high over the bar and behind.
Yeah, it wasn't a particularly good attempt, really. He had to take it first time. He had no time to try and set himself to make sure he could get a good strike on it. But, again, good passing, build-up play from Guiseley. All the things, really, that we were struggling to on Tuesday night so far have turned out all right for Guiseley.
Still goalless, and the Lions have acquitted themselves very well in this opening 25 minutes. Free kick here from goal kick from Maxted. It's flicked on by Guthrie and Parkin finds Keanu, and he's surely handled that ball, but he hasn't stopped it. It's continued, and everyone's complaining. I actually thought they'd stop play, but Keanu Marsh-Brown appeared to control the ball with his arm and took it into the air. It was a great save in the end. The ball's back into the box. It's headed away by Danny Lowe. Good challenge comes in from Danny Boschel to take it away from Parkin. He's taken a knock for his trouble as John Parkin was ready to pounce. Mark Bowers just talking to the fourth official there about the control of Keanu Marsh-Brown.
Oh, Danny Lowe was absolutely furious with the referee, Wayne Barrett, that he didn't see it. He certainly felt that there was something there as well.
But Guiseley haven't suffered with it. Danny Lowe still talking to the linesman on this near side. But Guiseley haven't suffered in the end as a result of the decision. So I need to just focus back on getting the ball forward. And Adam Lockwood will do that by spraying it out to the left-hand side. Good nod on from Danny Lowe, trying to get Maris into play. Maris into the box, goes down to the byline. Maris still going. Ball across the face of the goal, still in play. But when Brooksby couldn't get there ahead of Kelly, and in the end Kelly could blast the ball off Brooksby and behind for a goal kick. But that was excellent work from George Maris and Danny Lowe with a great flick on. And Maris almost carving out an opening for Wayne Brooksby at the back post.
Yeah, absolutely superb attack there from Guiseley. Danny Lowe with a lovely little nod down into the path of Maris. Maris just kept on running, got himself into the box, took it to the byline, did very well to be able to pull it back across. And unfortunately, Wayne Brooksby couldn't get there in time. And as I say, Kelly just blasted it out off him. Interesting. I'd be interested to know what Marcus Kelly's position actually is. He's got number 10 on his shirt. You don't see many left backs with a number 10, but that's where he's playing today.
Ball up from the goal kick, and with John Parkin, who takes the throw very quickly. Marsh-Brown, who's getting booed from the visiting fans, gets the ball into the box. There's a chance in the opening goal. And I think it's Elliot Freer who's at the back post who just blasted the ball in. It was a good delivery there from Keanu Marsh-Brown. And Guiseley concede after 25 minutes. And to Elliot Freer, who has scored the goal. Forest Green 1, Guiseley 0.
Yeah, it's an absolutely wicked ball across the penalty area, and there was Elliot Freer, who smashed it home beyond Steve Drench. Not a great deal Drench could do about that, to be honest. Excellent finish from the Forest Green number 11. Perhaps a little bit harsh on Guiseley, because Guiseley have acquitted themselves very, very well. But as it is, Forest Green Rovers 1, Guiseley 0.
Well, Danny Lowe is still protesting. He's protesting for something else this time. With the referee on this near side still unhappy, perhaps by that decision earlier on.
I think it was John Parkin, that put the cross in. It was the target man doing the delivering there. Excellent cross.
Well, Guiseley need to get themselves back into this game if they can. Gavin Rothery down that left-hand side is pushed off the ball by Marsh-Brown, and the ball's cleared by Bennett. Back with Stephen Drench.
I see no reason why we can't get ourselves back into this game, because, as I say, we've played very, very well so far. We've got to keep his heads up, though. We can't afford to let his heads drop just because we're a goal down.
Stephen Drench up towards Danny Lowe, flicked away by Marsh-Brown. Good challenge comes in from Adam Lockwood. Danny Boschel forced all the way back. There's certainly a physicality about this Forest Green side. Marsh-Brown in particular. He's
it's a lot of height.
Yeah. Able to get the ball forward this time towards Guthrie, who's up against Atkinson. Chip over from Marsh-Brown. Not on. Guthrie on the edge of the 18-yard box. He's clean through. He gets a strike at goal straight at Stephen Drench. And Drench was in the right place to claim that ball. It wasn't a great effort from Guthrie in the end, in truth.
Yeah, he's perhaps slightly fortunate there for Drench in the sense that he put it straight at him, because if he'd have gone across goal towards that back post, then he'd have been scrambling.
Well, that's certainly livened up the home fans, hasn't it? It was pensive in the first 25 minutes. But since the goal has gone in, the home fans have come to life, and Forest Green players seem to have relaxed a little bit.
Just the one additional goal elsewhere. Boreham Wood 1, Welling United 0.
Boreham Wood next up for the Lions on Saturday at home, but of course before then there's an away trip to Wrexham.
Yeah,
Oh.
that doesn't sound any easier than Forest Green, does it?
Hey, this is what we signed up for, isn't it? We're here for these sort of days. And
Yeah.
Guiseley are certainly competing.
We waited long enough to get here, didn't we?
Lockwood, ball out towards Maris, nodded back by Bennett, only as far as Rothery, who tries to thread the ball through towards Maris, but this time it's cut out. The ball picked up now by Marsh Brown on the right flank. His ball infield towards Guthrie is misplaced. Lockwood claimed the ball at centre half. Into the feet of Lowe, inside his own half, and Jake Lawler just looking for a pass. Dwells on the ball a little too long. In the end, it has to go back to Lockwood. Lockwood and Atkinson play the ball between each other. And we've got to give a big shout out to James Headley, who's enjoying his 30th birthday today. He doesn't look that old, does he? Happy birthday, James. Well, hope you enjoy your day. Danny Boschel on the ball on the halfway line. Hopefully the Lions can get something for you as well here today. It's not impossible, certainly isn't. Maris on the ball, pressurised from Keanu Marsh Brown, who wins the ball back, gives it to John Parkin inside his own centre circle. Kelly up to the halfway line, where Freer, the goal scorer, takes over. Plays it infield here to Carter. Carter out to the left flank. Freer, chance to cross if he can beat Hatfield. He does, but it's intercepted by Atkinson and put out for a Forest Green throw.
Safety first approach from Rob Atkinson there to clear the danger away.
1-0 to Forest Green if you're just joining us. 29 minutes gone. The goal on 25 minutes from Elliot Freer. But it's not the full picture of the game. Guys, you have had their chances as well and have worked hard in this opening half hour. Slightly unfortunate to be behind. Goalkeeper Johnny Maxted lofts the ball forward, headed away by Atkinson. Controlled again by the home side in the middle of the park. And Kelly sends it down the left flank, looking for Freer. Guthrie wins the header. And Jake Lawler bundles into the back of him. More momentum than malice. But the free kick is given, and rightly so. About 30 yards from goal.
Yeah, it was a little clumsy, wasn't it, from Jake Lawler? A little bit clumsy. Came through the back of him with momentum, but in that position, the man with the ball is always going to go down, look to get the free kick.
And this is a dangerous one now for Guiseley to defend. Parking stands over. So does Sinclair. Both very distinctive figures on that field. Parkin with his frame and Sinclair with his beard. Parkin it will be who will take this one. And Guiseley have a four-man wall. Stephen Drench shouting instructions. As Parkin blasts this one towards a goal. Drench holds on to it well. John Parkin hit that with good pace and good direction. Stephen Drench used all his years of experience to ensure that he followed the flight of that ball very carefully indeed. Claimed it first time and held on to it.
Yeah, it wasn't too much of a tester for Stephen Drench there, really. Free kick goes against Guiseley there.
No, it was Wayne Brooksby just from the clearance who went down under the challenge of Marcus Kelly, but referee not having any of it, and Danny Boschel was protesting. It did look like he might have just taken a nudge. Guiseley, though, haven't acquitted themselves well in this moment of play, though. Adam Lockwood has given the ball through to Guthrie, and it had to be taken away from Freer by Hatfield and upfield towards Adam Boyes, who's been pushed in the back. Guys, who still don't get the free kick. The home side enjoying the rub of the green at the moment. And it's on the right flank now with Marsh Brown again. Marsh Brown up against two players. He's got Bennett behind him, but Marsh Brown holds on to the ball, plays it back here to Carter. Carter, crossfield pass towards Parkin. Parkin does well to nod the ball back infield. And it's claimed by Atkinson. Atkinson up to the halfway line to Adam Boyes. Adam Boyes tries to lay it off in the path of Wayne Brooksby. but it's well intercepted. And Sinclair and Bennett tidy things up for Forest Green and send the ball back to Maxted.
Couple more scores for you. 2-0 now to Bromley against Barrow. Chester 1, Lincoln City 2. Dover 1, Wrexham 0, and Aldershot 1, Altrincham 0.
Dover winning again. No matter what you say about them, they're beginning to pick up the results, aren't they?
Yeah, that win at Gateshead, I think, last Saturday.
Up to 4th. Guys, you've just overrun the ball on the right flank. Wayne Brooksby, a big task on his hands to keep that one in play, couldn't. 32 minutes gone, Forest Green Rovers 1, Guiseley 0. Last time we played Forest Green, the only time we played them was in the FA Cup. We were beaten 6-0. So, pound for pound, we're doing better than that day so far. Lockwood on the ball. It's really, if you're just joining us, it's really been a good performance from Guiseley thus far. We could have had goals. They might get one now. We're pushing the ball forward now with Boys, playing it onto the right-hand side. Brooksby into the area, drills one towards a goal. Didn't have the direction on that time. He was on the right-hand side of the penalty area. It was wayward and behind for a goal kick. But again, we've been doing well to get the ball into the box, haven't we? We've been using the flanks. Brooksby's had plenty of the ball. Maris on this left-hand side has had a couple of really incisive moments. And Adam Boyes has acquitted himself well up front.
Yeah, very much so. I think the fact that we are finding the little gaps to get into the right areas, it's just that final effort on goal, really, that's been lacking so far for guys like Brooksby's had a very good game, though, for me so far, as has Gavin Rothery, actually, as well.
Well, Keanu Marsh-Brown has just taken the ball down and been involved in quite a fulsome challenge with Gavin Rothery. Rothery's down at the moment. I think he's got a bit of a knock on the ankle.
Yeah, it was him that put the challenge in, but he's come off worse from it, and now he's absolutely fine.
And he's receiving boos from the crowd, but I do believe he felt that one, Gavin Rothery. And in the end, John Parkin, not happy that he's been bundled over by Rothery.
Then.
Tell you what, Rothery versus Parkin, that's a bit of a mismatch, isn't it? And who my money would be on.
I think we need to get Dicko on at some point, just for a Dicko versus Parkin matchup.
Parkin chests the ball into the path of Carter. Freer lays it to the left-hand side where Kelly, up from left-back, surges forward, plays the ball towards the edge of the 18-yard box, flicked on by Guthrie, claimed by Stephen Drench.
Yeah, it's good keeping from Stephen Drench. What do we got on the clock then? About 35-ish.
There's a big scoreboard over there. We're not used to this, are we?
I was going to say I'm not used to that, but...
Yeah. Danny Boschel now just being pressurised under the ball by Sinclair. He's been robbed by Sinclair. Sinclair plays it infield here. Marsh-Brown on the edge of the D. Has a few options ahead of him. Goes square. Then Carter will drill this in from distance. Held by Drench. So Danny Boschel was forced back. And again, just an example of we've seen in this division many times over where not getting the time to dwell on the ball and pick out the passes that we perhaps would normally be aiming to play.
Yeah, exactly, and that was another fine example of that because Rob Sinclair was all over him. He I wouldn't say he robbed him. I think to an extent Danny Boschel lost control and ended up inadvertently giving it away.
Kelly very coolly recovering possession for Forest Green in the left-back position as the ball was played up towards Wayne Brooksby. Headed away. As guys who recover possession though with Jake Lawler. Now it's a good one here to Adam Boyes on the right-hand side. Boyes tries to make the challenge. Maris goes challenging for the ball as he was up against Jones. Jones made the challenge. The ball bounces off Maris and goes behind, but it was good work there from Adam Boyes in the first instance. Again, very solid defensively, Forest Green. Front to back, they have quality in this side, and it was on show there as Adam Boyes just seemed to craft out a half chance there for Guiseley. It's quickly snuffed out.
Yeah, he was looking to try and get a foot on the ball to possibly pull it back across to Maris, but he went to ground as he did it, which won't have helped him get any power into his pass. But as you say, the likes of Jones so far have marshalled that Forest Green backline very, very well.
Ball at left back here with Lowe. Let's play to the halfway line where Boys wins the ball, gives it to Lawler. Lawler into the feet of Hatfield. Hatfield sends it down the right-hand side. This time it's a wayward pass. And it's out for a throw in left-back position. Don't forget, do tweet us if you have any comments to make. We sometimes even read them out if they're clean. At Guiseley Radio.
Do you think we could get one of those scoreboards put in at Nethermore? They're quite smart.
Hey, I think we'd like to. There's no reason not to. Oh, and a great move down this left-hand side. Freer has just surged down, managed to take advantage of a loose ball. Plays it back here, parking on the edge of the D, unmarked, gets a shot away, just past the upright. Takes a deflection off Jake Lawler, I think, and it's behind for a corner on the right-hand side as Forest Green attacked this Guiseley goal. But it was all down to the energy of Elliot Freer down that left flank.
The absolute pace to burn from the goal scorer. Surge past Hatfield and Rothery and Brooksby over on that right-hand side. Pulled the ball back across, and there was John Parkin, and you'd expect him really to do better with that, but credit to the law.
Sinclair delivers up towards the back post, headed away by Brooksby. Only as far as Freer, who's still got a chance to shoot. He does. It drills it in towards the goal. It takes deflection off a couple of Guiseley players and falls here to Gavin Rothery. Rothery on the counter-attack now for Guiseley. Plays it up towards Maris. Maris keeps it in play despite claims to the opposite from the home fans. Boschel now. Square here to Rothery, but Forest Green back in position now because Guiseley haven't been able to make the headway. Boschel now to the right-hand side where Maris has taken up position this time. He cuts infield on the edge of the area, gives it back to Boschel. Boschel plays it in, punched away by the goalkeeper Maxted, under pressure from Adam Boys. Still Guiseley win the second phase, in towards Brooksby on the edge of the D. Tidied up by Forest Green, headed on by Lockwood and Jake Lawler, but won back by the home side. Poor touch from Bennett, and the ball's out of play for a Guiseley throw on the halfway line.
Yeah, Bennett was trying to look to get it down the line on the first time then. Skews off his boot and out for a throw.
1-0 Forest Green. Throw to Danny Lowe. He plays it up towards Boys. Headed away. And headed out by Adam Lockwood on the halfway line, and it's possession for Forest Green on the halfway line with a throw. 6 minutes to the break. It's been an interesting first half, hasn't it? Been very entertaining. I'd say that Forest Green obviously have the quality. Guys have certainly had plenty of endeavour this afternoon and might have scored just before Forest Green took the lead. Jake Lawler battling up against Sinclair. Sinclair wins the battle, gives it to Carter. Guys, he's slightly hesitant for a moment there. Now they've let Freer in on the left-hand side, up against Hatfield. Freer gets the ball towards the back post. Parkin tries to keep it in place, swings a foot at it. Can't keep it in. And then it's behind for a goal kick for Guiseley.
Is that a blonde Ty Windle there just having a discussion, I think, with Stephen Drench as Drench was waiting for the ball to come back? At first I thought some former pop star had just let herself go, but it is Simon Windle in a wig.
There's no answer to that. 40 minutes gone. There's an image that won't leave me. Guys, they win the free kick. It's one of those bad dreams, isn't it?
If there's one thing you take away from the New Lawn this afternoon, it's going to be that. Got a free kick for Guiseley.
Yeah, I know, sorry. I'm still living that recurring nightmare there. Danny Boschel now will take a free kick. Guiseley have won a free kick. It's about 40 yards from goal. It's just a few yards up from the edge of the centre circle. Danny Boschel will take it, but guys are going to bring the bodies forward. Jake Lawler's up. The centre halves are up. Boschel floats this one in. It's up towards Lawler at the back post. He can't win that one. Carter does, but only at the expense of a corner to Guiseley now. Just before the break, we might just craft one more chance open.
Yeah, hopefully so. It was a good ball in from Danny Boschel, a teasing one. Defender's not entirely sure what to try and do with it. In the end, Lawler was challenging, but headed behind by Darren Carter.
Guys, you get ready to take this one. Danny Boschel on the right-hand side as they attack this Forest Green goal. There are 5 yellow shirts in there, including Atkinson and Lockwood. This one's floated in and thumped away with a powerful header from Darren Jones. They just haven't seemed to be able to find the flight of a decent cross in the air this afternoon. Most of their creativity has come from wing play on the ground. Hatfield will take this throw. This is when you need Ryan Toulson's long throw. Hatfield's going to attempt one. Steps back to the fencing. Lofts this one in. It's over Wayne Brooksby. Still bouncing around in the area. Skied up in the air there by Racine. As he battling to try and win this one back, and a free kick's being given against Adam Lockwood. I have to say, I think the referee's just been a bit bitty in some of the decisions, and he's given them in the favour of Forest Green. I'm not, inferring any bias, but it just seems to have happened that way. And that was another example there.
Yeah, there wasn't a great deal in that. I mean, Adam Lockwood was, I'm almost going to say, throwing himself towards that, but there wasn't a great deal in it at the end of the day, and play could have probably continued, and either way, Forest Green probably in that situation would have come away with it.
Headed away by Lockwood from the free kick. Jake Lawler, under pressure inside his own half, goes back to Stephen Drench, who puts a clean boot through it. Boys now battling to try and win this one up against Jones, and once again, Jones, an absolute mountain at the back. He just hoofs that one away. Back here with Stephen Drench. Guys, he have 3 up to aim for in Wayne Brooksby. It's beyond him. Boys will then take over trying to win this one up against Racine. There's a slip from Racine. Boys will take advantage. We'll get the throw for Guiseley, about level with the 6-yard box on the right-hand side. Just a minute or so to go before the break, plus whatever's to be added on. Hatfield and Rothery exchange passes into the box. Danny Boschel controls, gives it here to Maris on the edge of the 18-yard box. Maris controls, just can't skip past 2 or 3 Forest Green defenders, and the ball is cleared, but only as far as Lawler. Home fans a little frustrated here. Guisey on the ball here with Maris. Now Rothery threads it towards Brooksby, but a poor pass is cleared. Only to Maris. Guisey just can't make the challenge forward. Rothery concedes a free kick. He got the ball, and Rothery is going to be spoken to by the referee here. And there's a crowd of players around both. A crowd of yellow shirts and green shirts around the referee.
It's going to be yellow, isn't it?
He's maybe left the ground, maybe that's what the referee's saying, but he cleanly won the ball ahead of the defender. And referee, I think, is going to be producing the yellow card. Yes, it's the first yellow card of the afternoon for Gavin Rothery.
As soon as the referee gave a free kick against Gavin Rothery there, in that instance, I was certain he was going to book him, because, as I say, that's his 3rd foul so far. After the second, I think the referee did have a word with him. And I'll say he won the ball. It was the fact that it was a little bit two-footed, a little bit, I don't know.
It wasn't two-footed. I think he just left the ground, hadn't he?
Yeah. Just the 1 additional minute.
You don't need to say that with this PA. The one thing they have definitely got is an effective PA. The ball's picked up now by Freer from distance, takes a shot. Oh, it was just rising at the end. I'll tell you what, Elliot Freer has had a very good first half and looked a real danger. Oh, a Salisbury man. And this week we saw that little clip, didn't we, of him on the Forest Green Twitter account as well, from the BT game, BT Sport game at Aldershot. Lovely little touch to take it over a on-rushing Aldershot defender.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, just search Elliot Freer on Twitter and it'll come up. It's a lovely touch.
Guiseley, meanwhile, battling to try and win the ball against Guthrie. Picked up here by Marsh Brown. Plays it to the left-hand side to Freer. Freer charging down this left-hand side. Can he be held up before Kelly comes over on the overlap? Kelly does pick the ball up. Plays it back here to Freer. Freer in towards the byline. Plays a lovely ball back here to Parkin. Parkin turns. His shot is blocked by Rothery. And that is the last action of the first half. Elliot Freer's goal on 25 minutes. The difference between the two sides. Half time here, Forest Green Rovers 1, Guisey 0.
Well, it's been an entertaining game between these two sides. Don't think you'd think at all that the amount of league positions that separate the two sides after what we've just seen. Entertaining, end-to-end. Guiseley have played some really good stuff at times. To be fair to Forest Green, so have they. They've got themselves the goal. And all in all, I don't think Mark Barrow will be too unhappy with that, because there's, if we can keep playing the way we have done in that first half, then I reckon the chances will come and we will get ourselves on the score sheet. We just have to make sure we stay tight and be aware of the fact that on the flanks you've got Keanu Mouse Brown and Elliot Freer, that are absolute lightning. Two of the quickest players we've seen this season by a mile.
Yeah, it's been a very encouraging performance, hasn't it, from the Lions after Tuesday's disappointment. We put a decent performance in against Lincoln City, so that was probably the first time I think we'd felt that Guiseley hadn't put in the performances that we'd expect. But today, against the team that is the top of the league, that is, I think, one of the red-hot favourites to go up this season and be a Football League side next year. We looked the equal measure of them for that first 20, and we might have even have gone ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I completely agree with you. We have been so much better than we were on Tuesday night, first and foremost. And I think it's like Steve Drench said in the interview that we just seem to prefer being away from home at the moment because teams have got to come on to us and then we can look to counter. We've done that a couple of times, but also we've just passed and moved the ball better when going for when we haven't been counter-attacking. It's just been significantly better. And I say if we can keep it up, make sure we remain focused and tight at the back, I see no reason why we can't get ourselves on the score sheet.
And maybe get ourselves back on level pecking. Half-time here, 1-0 to Forest Green. Chris, you've been keeping up to date with all the scores from the first half. Do you want to give us an update of the games in the Vanarama National?
I will do indeed. So we had the early kick-off between Macclesfield and Kidderminster. That was 2-1 to the home side there. Then all these are half-times or latest scores. Aldershot 1, Altrincham 0. Borehamwood 1, Welling 0. Braintree 0, Grimsby Town 0. Bromley 2, Barrow 0. Chester 1, Lincoln City 2. Dover 1, Wrexham 1. Forest Green 1, Guiseley 0. Gateshead 1, Cheltenham 0. Halifax 0, Woking 1. Southport 0, Torquay United 1. And Tranmere 0, Eastleigh 0.
Well, that's great. We'll be back after the break, and we'll be back for a second half where we hope that the Lions will be able to convert some of their chances into goals and maybe snatch a point here at Forest Green, where at half-time it's Forest Green Rovers 1, Guiseley 0.
I'm joined by Mark Barrow after Guiseley's 3-0 home defeat against Macclesfield. Mark, can you start off for me by trying to sum up the performance and the result for the side?
Yeah, really poor tonight. I think that's the first time that we've been completely outplayed really up until once they got the third goal and really won the game. I thought they were by far the best team we've played so far. We just couldn't get close to them. Really impressed with them. Really disappointed with us. Thought we looked well off it. Bosch has just said it in dressing room. We looked for the first time this season. We looked like a team that had just come out of Conference North and good side the way they popped it around. They really punished us and no arguments with the scoreline. Just disappointed from our point of view. Obviously, there's performances that were below par tonight, and they've punished us.
Can you put your finger on why we were so far?
You're going to have occasionally those performances where you're below par, the other team probably right on top of the game, and it produces a game like that. We're difficult one to really say why it's happened. I think credit to them, they've played really well. We've just not been able to get a grip of their strengths. By the time we did, we're 2 and 3-0 down. A full, good side. They just missed out on the playoffs last year. Went to watch them on Saturday and they played really well. Missed a load of chances. Should have beaten Borehamwood comfortably. And tonight they've taken the chances, but they've smashed 2 in from outside the box in the first half. But really, they controlled the game, and we were just didn't have any answers for what they threw at us.
In terms of the goals that they scored, I'd say it was efforts from well outside the box, something that generally our style of play doesn't merit, but we couldn't even get the good passing play going tonight.
No, they closed us down well, made a few bad decisions on the ball, just gave the ball back to them too easily, and that allows them to play again as they did, keeping possession. You spend a long time chasing it. They controlled the game, something that we like to do, something that we went down and did at Braintree a couple of weeks ago. Really, we did it on Friday against Lincoln, just couldn't find that end product. But yeah, the free kick that was never a free kick, mind, but the lad sticks it in the top corner, and then the second one a deflected shot. So then you're chasing the game. Boys had a really good chance at 2-0. Had that gone in, who knows? And then obviously we get the penalty and keeper pulls off a great save. Just kind of summed up our night. But you know, the other games that we've lost this season, even the Aldershot one, you know, I've seen signs that, you know, we've had a spelling game where we've been on top, and, you know, perhaps been unfortunate. Tonight, you know, we were well and truly beaten by the better side, and they deserved the victory. And hopefully, it's, you know, gives us that little wake up call again. And, you know, it happens to everyone over the course of the season. You know, they beat Forest Green 4-1 the other week. They won 3-0 at Aldershot last week. They're a very good side. But, you know, we've got to come back from it, learn the lessons from it. And yeah. Forest Green on Saturday is a great place to go and put something like that right.
We spoke right before the start of the season about how we needed to make Nethermore a fortress. On the whole, so far, ignoring the performances, there's been some good ones, but results have been better away from home than at home. 4 defeats at home so far this season.
Yeah, I think we've been unfortunate in a couple of them. You know, tonight we've been beaten fair and square. Sometimes you'll get that. Some teams will have better away records than home. Maybe personnel we've got in the squad at the minute, we're a little bit more suited to playing away from home. But, you know, tonight, whether we'd have played home or away, if, you know, you're putting that kind of performance, we're going to lose games, don't matter who you're playing. But yeah, every team says it. You know, it's a bit of a cliche, really. Make your home ground a fortress. We just need to keep picking up points, and whether it be home or away. Ideally, we'd like it to be at home in front of your home supporters. No, we've obviously 2 really difficult away games now to go into, so we'll prepare on Thursday for the Forest Green one, and you know, look to go down there, and nobody will give us a chance. Look to get a result.
In terms of where the goals have been coming from, Guiseley, Craddock, Boys, and Dickinson all had chances in the game, and it's been the story of the season so far. All have had chances and failed to put them away.
I think, yeah. I mean,
Green that's just come on.
So we hopefully are back, and you are picking us up here on Guiseley AFC Radio as we get underway for the second half. And the ball just knocked out for Guiseley to take a throw. So one change for Forest Green at half-time, none for the Lions. And we're away with Hatfield taking a throw for Guiseley down the right-hand side. It bounces off Kelly as Gavin Rothery chases after it. So 1-0 still. The difference between these two sides, that Elliot Freer goal in the first half. Guiseley trying to put that right at the moment. Lawler sending it long, looking for Rothery, who works hard to try and keep it in play, but it's just gone out before he gets a touch on the ball. And it's going to be a goal kick for Forest Green.
He's got to have a very careful second half, Gavin Rothery. He's picked up a booking, of course. He's given away 2 or 3 fouls in that first half, so he needs to be careful, because obviously he's going to be at the forefront of the referee's mind, and if he goes in a little bit late or clumsy, he could be in trouble. I don't think we've had a red card as yet this season, not that I can remember. It'd be a shame to pick up the first one at the league leaders.
Freer now on the ball for Forest Green as they make their first foray forward in the second half. Marsh Brown cuts in field up against 2 players. Roe Atkinson shackles his run, but he still manages to find Bennett, whose cross to Freer on the far post is good, but Freer's return this time not befitting the quality he's shown in this game so far, and it's all the way out for a Guiseley throw in left-back position.
Yeah, it was a little bit nonchalant, really, from Elliot Freer. He just almost lazily just tried to get what he could on it. It was a pretty poor cross. He had the time to take a touch. Try and bring it down.
Now Guthrie on the ball for Forest Green. Spins on the edge of the 18-yard box. He's got 3 or 4 players on him, but the ball sticks to his feet. Finds Carter, who takes a drive from the edge of the area. And it's wide of the mark and behind for a goal kick. And again, Guthrie. Curtis Guthrie has shown some great vision and play and a great touch of the ball as well. And that time his ball into Carter might have produced more. Thankfully, it didn't. It's behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, Curtis Guthrie's been very lively. He's shown some excellent touches, some great movement as well. And again, he's always going to charge down and close down the guys in defence when he gets the chance.
Hatfield on the ball now for Guiseley. He gives it to Jake Lawler. The Lions forced backwards until Atkinson sends it over the top. It's comfortably dealt with, though, on this occasion by the home side, and Clough, the substitute, who's just come on, Charlie Clough, for Darren Jones at the break. Plays a lovely ball over the top there, looking to release Marsh Brown, but the ball bounces away from him and into the safe hands of Stephen Drench. Jake Lawler now on the ball for Guiseley. Thanks for the tweets that you've been sending in, by the way, at half-time. We'll give you a shout-out in a moment. Just a moment here. Rob Atkinson had a chance to play the ball in towards Adam Boyes. Adam Boyes puts his thumbs up, even though Johnny Maxted claims the ball ahead of him. And Maxted, the goalkeeper, sends the ball back in the general direction of John Parkin and away. And all the way back to Stephen Drench.
On the Twitter, Stuart Farnworth sounds a great game in the first half. All to play for. Needs the big man Dicko on. I think he's certainly something that could offer something in this game. What else we got? Ian Whiting as well. He's been in touch. He says it's a bit chilly back in West Yorkshire. I think this is referring to Dave's tweet to the fact that all of our legs have gone to sleep and we're packed in here a little bit like sardines.
Yeah, just a bit. Tell you what, we're putting the stand through its engineering paces, aren't they, with our 3 bodies on this seating. Not missing anything at the moment. The ball's sort of gone from one end to the other from the goalkeepers and exchanged goal kicks. It's been very uninspiring passage of play, but Carter's just tackled Danny Boschel inside the centre circle. Danny Boschel is down. Carter continues. No foul has been given. Found Elliot Freer at the back. Freer across the face of the 18-yard box is blocked by Hatfield, but Danny Boschel is down. He took a knock there under the challenge of Carter. Darren Carter reclaimed the ball from the Guiseley assistant manager inside the centre circle. But Danny Boschell's getting no sympathy from referee, and he's up on his feet and will try and make his way back into the penalty box to defend this corner.
Yeah, he went down and he stayed down.
Freer now with the corner on the left-hand side. Oh, he's told to hold on to it because the referee isn't into his position.
I don't think anybody's heard it.
Nobody else has heard it, and Gavin Rothery thought he was on with a bit of a counter-attacking opportunity, but in the end he was going to have to run all the way back into the penalty spot to defend again.
I'm not entirely sure what that was, apart from the referee maybe wasn't quite in the position he wanted to be in.
Yeah, referee wasn't ready, that was it. Freer, ball into the area, headed into his own net by Atkinson. Or has the referee given a free kick? I think the referee might have given a free kick, and the home crowd think there's been a goal, but fortunately it's a free kick to guys on the edge of the 6-yard box. Pennock doesn't agree with that. Eddie Pennock, the Forest Green manager, on this near side, but the referee seemed to point to give that one a...
Sorry, I'm just chuckling at Dave Kendra, who's on Twitter duty, his state of confusion about what's just happening at the space of the last minute and a half with the corner that wasn't taken, retaken, and then the goal that wasn't. But to be honest, I didn't see a great deal in it.
No, I just saw him head into his own net.
Yeah.
And
nobody really seemed to see much of anything wrong with that, to be honest, but we won't complain.
We won't complain, we've got away with one there.
We said off air at half-time that if we can stay tight in this first 15 minutes or so, keep it as it is, we've always got that chance. We've not really done that so far, we've just been a bit lucky.
6 minutes gone in the second half. Still 1-0. Guiseley under the cosh again here with Freer on the left-hand side, up against Hatfield. Hatfield gets a good challenge in on him, but it's only as far as Kelly. Kelly cuts in field really well, curls it in with his right boot up towards the back post where Guthrie was looking to pounce. Sorry, it was actually Marsh Brown. And it's behind anyway for a goal kick. But a busy opening 5 or 6 minutes. Guys, he could have been 2 down when it appeared that Atkinson had put the ball into the back of his own net after a rather complicated retaken corner kick. And then the goal was ruled out for a push, presumably on Atkinson. But it wasn't particularly clear from where we stood. But guys,
clear as mud.
We'll take it.
Yeah. We're not going to complain.
Lockwood on the ball now. The Guiseley captain finds Jake Lawler, who plays it up here to Gavin Rothery. Rothery spins on the ball, has a run towards his back line, plays the ball out here to Boys. Boys finds a good one here to Brooksby, into the penalty area, across the face of the 6-yard box, nobody on it. Ball forced towards the goal at the back post by Maris and saved by the goalkeeper, who plays it round the post at the far post there. And a best opportunity, I'd say, for Guiseley since the early stages of the first half there, almost resulting in an equalising goal.
Yeah, excellent attack there from Guiseley.
Corner taken quickly, played in by Danny Boschell up towards the back post. The goalkeeper comes to punch, and he does, right in front of Adam Boys. And the ball is cleared away, but only as far as Rothery. Rothery now to Hatfield. Guiseley with the bit between the teeth for a moment or two. Danny Boschell has 4 or 5 to aim for. Plays it in towards Lockwood, who's still up. It looks like Lockwood claims he's been pushed in the back, but he's getting none of that, and it's gone all the way through. Racine not going to be picked up for that one, and it's gone back for a goal kick.
The attacking move, though, that we saw just a moment ago, excellent work was from Gavin Rothery. Wayne Brooks, who was screaming for it on this right-hand side. It eventually came to him via a touch from Adam Boys. Wicked ball across the box. Johnny Maxted was scrambling, didn't really know what to do, whether to come or whether to leave it. Left it. Harris at the back post, couldn't quite direct it goal bound. But it was a really good attacking move, and as you say, probably the best since that opening 20 minutes or so.
Oh, now it's opened up again, this time for Forest Green, and a great shot from distance there from Guthrie. About 30 yards from goal, he hammered that one low towards the left-hand post of Stephen Drench's goal, but he got down well, the Guiseley goalkeeper, managed to get a palm on it and put it behind for a corner for Forest Green. Yeah,
great effort from Curtis Guthrie there, just got it out of his feet and just went for it. And a really good crack at goal there. Forced a save from Steve Drench.
Freer now with the corner from the left-hand side. 5 or 6 green shirts to aim for. This one goes into the box. It's bounced into the midriff of Guthrie. Guthrie goes down, and a penalty has been awarded. And Guiseley are absolutely furious about that. There didn't seem to be much of a touch on Curtis Guthrie. He went down, and the referee had no hesitation. He pointed to the spot straight away, and Adam Lockwood's complaining and protesting, but Guiseley's luck has deserted them.
Who brought him down? I think it might have been Rothery. I say brought him down. I use that very loosely, by the way, but the referee certainly seen something. He's not dished out any cards, which is a bonus if it was Gavin Rothery.
Oh, it was nothing. It was
But
nothing,
there was
if
nothing
anything.
in it.
Anyway, guys, you have to face a penalty now. Stephen Drench against John Parkin, 56 minutes gone. Forest Green 1-0 up, but a chance to make it 2 from the spot. Parkin steps up, sends Drench the wrong way, and it's Forest Green Rovers 2, Guiseley 0, and it's a huge mountain to climb now for the Lions.
Well, it's a bit of injustice, to be honest. There didn't seem to be anything in the challenge to warrant conceding a penalty there. But John Parkin did what he had to do, steps up, slots it comfortably the opposite way to Steve Drench. It's 2-0 Forest Green. We need to keep his heads up because, again, we've been showing as well, just as we've been looking likely, have been able to get something. Basically, the attack that Forest Green have had after has led to their goal.
Guys are getting a bit of a mix-up straight from the kickoff. Sinclair recovers the ball. Gonna be a tough last half hour of this game. Guys, they have a lot of work to do. They're 2-0 down. They've shown they can cause this Forest Green defence a few problems and could have been on level terms a few moments before Forest Green got that rather fortuitous penalty award. Now, on the right-hand side, Curtis Guthrie up against Jake Lawler. Guthrie with some skills is clipped indisputably that time, and Sinclair takes a quick free kick, gives it to Parkin, who heads towards goal, but he's already offside. The referee willing to allow the quick free kick.
Yeah, I wasn't entirely sure whether he was going to allow that then, whether he was pulling it back, but he's doing the offside.
All 3 subs up now for Guiseley, as Nicky Boschel is there, as Tom Craddock and Liam Dickinson.
And Liam Dickinson is stripping off, not entirely, he's just getting ready to come on.
I hope not. The ball's played down the left-hand side towards Maris, but that time is intercepted.
There's another image you'll leave with.
Atkinson now on the ball for Guiseley inside their own half. And Hatfield goes back to Atkinson. Guiseley a little bit shorn of ideas since that second goal as to exactly how to approach this game, it seems, and just at the moment are knocking the ball around the back, but reluctant to attack this Forest Green back line. Gavin Rothery now plays a good ball in here to Hatfield. It comes down the right-hand side. He's tackled. No, and it's a good tackle from Freer. Bounces off Hatfield into the midriff of the assistant there. Behind for a Forest Green throw. But it was good work there from Rothery, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good from Rothery. He played a good ball. Hatfield did what he could. And then it was just good defending, though, from Forest Green. I say Dickinson will come on shortly. For me, I probably fancy Rothery to be the man to go off just because of that booking. Still a long way to go to have a yellow card.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to be. No, it looks like it's going to be Boys who's coming off by the substitute board that I can see. So it'll be like for like, I would suspect. Anyway, meanwhile, guys, they have the ball in their back line, and there's 2 or 3 to aim for. One is Maris, but Maris is swarmed by 3 green shirts and forced to go back. Rothery now on that left-hand flank, again swarmed by 2 and closed down, and earns Guiseley a throw. And that'll mean that we can see the change, and Liam Dickinson will replace Adam Boys, and perhaps can have an impact in this last half hour. With Guiseley coming into the last 30 minutes with a 2-goal deficit to recover. So Adam Boyce, he's had a good hour or so, hasn't he? He's played well and he's led the line well.
Yeah, he's not done too badly for me. He hasn't had many chances to be able to get shots off, but he's worked hard. He's done what Mark's put him on there to do apart from get a goal.
Throw from Danny Lowe up towards Liam Dickinson, over him on this occasion, into the box. Gavin Rothery battling hard. He's got 4 players around him. He's going towards the corner flag. Sinclair battling to win the ball back. Rothery does well, plays it back here to Lowe. Lowe can't get the ball under control and get the cross in. And in the end, it goes all the way back from Danny Boschel to the halfway line. Rob Atkinson into Jake Lawler. Lawler loses possession to Carter in the centre circle. A poor piece of play there from Lawler, which gives Forest Green the chance to attack. Guthrie was put through on goal, but he was offside. And Guiseley get away with that in the end because when Jake Lawler was closed down by Darren Carter, there must have been at least 3 Forest Green players against 2 Guiseley defenders.
We've spoken about it before. The fact that Lawler and Boschel on Tuesday anyway were just getting closed down too quickly for their liking, and that was the same there. Lawler, before he knew what he could do with the ball, he had green shirts on him.
Today's
Let's put him under pressure.
Is 1,749.
So you probably hear that. 1,749.
6-0 of Major Trips from Yorkshire. Thank you very much.
And a good applause there, as you can hear, to the Guiseley fans away to our right from the home fans, in recognition of the travelling efforts of the Lions, who've come down, and we've certainly come in good number and with our wigs on. Meanwhile, at right back, there's a clearance from Bennett up towards the halfway line. Parkin, chests down, but is tackled. Danny Boschel wins the ball, gives it to Brooksby. Boschel, now inside the centre circle, gives it to Jake Lawler. Gavin Rothery, Wayne Brooksby. And there's a tackle that feeds the ball to Parkin on the halfway line. He sends it infield here to Guthrie. Guthrie's got a little space to run in. Guthrie ticks it on to John Parker on the edge of the area. He tries to play it across the face of goal. It's intercepted. And Wayne Brooksby can come away with it. Give it to Danny Lowe inside his own half. Lions need to get the ball upfield, up towards Liam Dickinson. Dickinson's challenged by Clough. A physical, strong challenge from Clough. And then Bennett runs infield from the left flank. Every time Guiseley are on the ball, though, there is a Forest Green man there, closing down, preventing the Lions from making any headway. And we're just really struggling to get over this halfway line and into this final third. But Danny Boschel might change that, plays it up here to Maris. Maris gives the ball to feet, gives it back to Boschel. Guiseley trying to dictate a little bit now with Boschel. A bit more zip in the pass would be needed, but the one that goes towards Rothery, it's easy for Bennett to recover. And it's picked up by Kelly. Kelly, crossfield ball out here towards Parkin. Lowe watches that one well, intercepts. Lockwood into the feet of Danny Boschel. Boschel looks forward for options. And he has to give it to Rothery. Rothery into the feet of Maris. And Brooksby and Rothery trying to keep the ball moving, and Brooksby has a run at this back line up towards the edge of the D, but again he's just swept aside by the Forest Green defence, who come over the halfway line. And now Marsh Brown on this left flank cuts in field and gets into the penalty area. Guiseley holding off him, plays the ball back across field to Carter. Carter lofts it towards goal, and it's over and behind. Guiseley will make their second substitute.
Yeah, it's Nicky Boschel that's going to come on and replace, it looks to be, Gavin Rothery.
Yeah.
He's on that yellow card.
Well, he's had 45 minutes, hasn't he, on Tuesday night, and now 64 here. Getting as well back into full fitness, and a couple of moments of skill. But Nicky Boschel, I don't know quite where he'll play now. Who will perhaps go into the hole? Will Nicky Boschel just go in?
You'd think he'll go in behind, wouldn't you? Basically like for like change where Rothery was. Of course, Boschel's capable of pushing that a little bit further forward as well.
Nicky Boschel and Liam Dickinson, the two substitutes, eh?
Yeah. I think Rotherham had a fairly good game, to be fair.
There's a good ball forward here from Forest Green down this left-hand channel. Stephen Drench has to come out and take a right-back position. He's forced to hit touch with the clearance. And there'll be a throw for Forest Green, which Kelly will take. On this left-hand side, plenty of goals around the rest of the division, Chris.
Yeah, it's Aldershot 2, Altrincham 0, Boreham Wood 2-0 up against Welling. Still goals between Braintree and Grimsby. Bromley 4, Barrow 0. Cheston 1, Lincoln City 3. Dover 2, Wrexham 1. Just breaking for a sec.
Okay, I'll interrupt you, don't worry. Hatfield just gets the ball back to Stephen Drench.
Elsewhere, Gateshead 1, Cheltenham 1, Halifax 0, Woking 3, Southport 0, Torquay 1, and Tranmere 0, Eastleigh 2, and Tranmere are down to 10 men.
Guiseley trailing 2-0 here at Forest Green at the moment. Could get worse, actually. Carter's coming through on goal. Plays the ball in field. It's well watched by Atkinson. Steps across and takes the ball away. Now Guiseley can perhaps move forward with a bit of movement down this left-hand side now. Danny Lowe into the feet of Maris. Maris cuts in field. Runs onto the ball. Guiseley players ahead. Maris keeps going. Gets the ball in here to Dickinson. Dickinson touches it over to Hatfield. Hatfield does well to try and keep it in play, but actually slips, and his touch gives the ball out. That's so frustrating, isn't it?
It is, because we were really passing the ball around well there. And it just came down to it. That last little play to get in on this right-hand side. And Hatfield did all he could, but he was going down, he was slipping, he'd lost his footing. Yeah, you look how I feel, Colin.
Pulling faces. 23 minutes to go. Guys who win the ball. Guthrie's down with the headed challenge.
Done well there. Brooksby didn't realise he could leap that high.
Brooksby gets a good ball back from Jake Lawler and then plays a rather wayward one. It's recovered by Danny Lowe, but still inside the Lions' own half. That's long by Lowe, up towards Dickinson. Dickinson nods in field. Can Nicky Boschel get onto this? He can't. Jake Lawler can't get the second phase. Boschel swiped a boot at it as Liam Dickinson's good nod down almost fell perfectly for the actually number 19, but Nicky Boschel's effort. He didn't make connection with the ball, and it could have been a real chance for the Lions.
Yeah, there wasn't really an effort there, to be honest. He swung, but he completely missed it, and Jake Lawler wasn't the man you wanted to be trying to chase in there. But in that situation, Maxted was always going to claim it. It's now Chester 2, Lincoln 3. Chester have got another one back.
Danny Boschel now on the ball, up to Liam Dickinson. Guys asking a few more questions last few minutes than we had been doing. Jake Lawler inside the centre circle, out to the left-hand side. It's over the head of Maris, is over and out. You just feel there's certain key passages of play where, had we not had a slip, you know, had we not missed the ball like Nicky Boschel just swiped through the opportunity there, had we not allowed a loose pass to lose possession on that right-hand side, that we would have been able to, you know, potentially have an opportunity on goal. And these little moments seem to count against us.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very simple to say, oh, the luck's not been there, but it really hasn't for us in this game. As free kick goes in Guiseley's favour.
Yeah, it looks like Guthrie's just been spoken to for a pull on Adam Lockwood.
Yeah, it was a bit of rough and tumble there. I'm going to see another sub for Guiseley. Tom Craddock is ready to come on as well.
Looks like Sam Wedgbury for Forest Green too. Who would you bring Craddock on for?
That's a tough call, actually, I think. Depends how...
Looks like it's going to be George Maris. George Maris, I think, will be the change, yeah.
Yeah, it is. He's been a little bit quiet in the second half.
He sort of runs out of steam about this time. He had that excellent opportunity, didn't he, in the first half, where he just ran around, got to the byline, just played the ball across the 6-yard box.
That's another one, isn't it? It's one of those that if there was just somebody, right place, right time, it'd be in. And at that point, we'd have been a goal up and who knows. But
I mean, let's not take it away. You know, Forest Green have been the better side today. There's no, you know, we're not bemoaning our luck, but sometimes you just think if we can just get a little bit more incisive on one or two moves, we might just have a chance of, you know, testing teams like this a little bit more than we've done in the last couple of games. Still 20 minutes to go in this game. 2-0 to Forest Green. Get a goal back and it might just change the dynamic of this match. Forest Green have just lost possession. Freer unable to keep the ball in play just inside his own half. There'll be a change now for Forest Green. The referee just getting frustrated that the Lions are trying to take the
Yeah, Will was keen to take the throw in there, but instead the substitution is going to happen first. And Will Hatfield's using this nicely. There's a little chance to come forward and has done so.
And Rob Sinclair will be replaced by Sam Wedgbury, and Rob Sinclair, quite rightly, you know, gets a big round of applause from the home fans.
He's put a good shift in.
Yeah, he has, hasn't he? A really good shift. But Wedgbury will come on in his place. Can Guiseley just keep a little bit of momentum up here in the last 20 minutes? Maybe put some pressure on this Forest Green goal. It's up now towards Liam Dickinson. The direct route has come. Tom Craddock chases. Clough gets the ball away. Parkin takes it down very deftly with the left boot as the ball was high and up in the sky. Headed away now by Rob Atkinson. And it's headed out for a throw-in for Will Hatfield.
Beverly Dickinson's tweeted, only just tuned in, have I missed anything?
We're 10-0 up, Bev. Stephen Drench with 9 of them. The ball now up into the Forest Green area. Hatfield chasing it and is closed down by 3 players immediately. Dickinson picks the ball up and plays it into the box, and it was a good side-footed pass into the area which Clough had to swiftly put behind. And Guiseley now have a corner on this right-hand side.
Yeah, Tom Craddock was lurking around the edge of the 6-yard box.
That's a throw-in, actually. I didn't realise. I thought it had gone out, but it's a Guiseley throw, which is taken short by Will Hatfield and knocked out by Carter. Guiseley will again launch this one into the area. Hatfield with 4 or 5 to aim for. Lofts it in, up towards Dickinson. Dickinson didn't quite get the flick on right that time. Good battling, though, from Nicky Boschel. Oh, Guiseley thought they'd won the corner. And in the end, the goal kick is the award. No complaints, actually, from the Lions. And
just the Lions fans.
Just the fans behind the goal. Just probably the right decision then in the end.
What we got, 73 gone.
It's going to be a long, hard season, isn't it? I mean, let's face it, we knew we're up against some tough tasks, and this has been a big one this afternoon. I'm beginning to, search for a way back into this game. At least we're not, giving up. We're still trying. We're definitely trying to get a goal into this match, and you just feel that if we could snatch one, it might just cause a little bit of uncertainty. As it is, we're going to have to defend now because there's a flick on from Lockwood that's gone out for a throw for Forest Green, about level with the penalty spot on this right-hand side. Bennett will take. And Guiseley now with a bit of defending to do as Forest Green enjoy, after being spending some time in their own half, some time in the Guiseley penalty area. It's headed away by Lockwood. The ball delivered back by Bennett, bounces off, I think, Nicky Boschel, and behind for a Forest Green corner on the right-hand side.
Yeah, we're going to have to stay strong. There's some big units in that. Don't look at me like that, Dave. There's some big units. There is. We've said they're a physical side. There's some. They've got 2 big defenders. They're making the way up. I think somebody's pulled the plug on the scoreboard, by the way.
We've got 15 minutes to go. Corner now to Forest Green. The ball whipped into the near post, helped away by Danny Boschel. Boschel knocks it out. It's going to be a throw about level with the edge of the centre circle.
Do you reckon they've done that so that if we do pull one back, we don't know how long we've still got to go before we get another?
Seriously, I've seen that so many times. They take the time off. Ball has been lost by Forest Green inside the centre circle. Not quite sure we can think of that just at the moment. Lockwood to Atkinson. Hatfield inside his own half, plays the ball well down the flank. Dickinson chases. Racine gets there first. Puts a firm boot through the ball. And there's
It's flashback on.
a cheer from the Guiseley fans for the return of the scoreboard. And they're enjoying their day, whatever happens. It's been absolutely brilliant this afternoon. Atkinson chips the ball forward, looking for Craddock on the edge of the 18-yard box as shepherded well by Bennett. And it's behind for a goal kick. And the sting in this game has been taken out. Looks like Forest Green just trying to professionally run the clock down. O'Connor will come on, the third substitute, Aaron O'Connor.
George McPherson's tweeted us, we need a goal. Not good reading for us. Last 2 games, scored 0, conceded 5. Yeah, but we have played a very good Macclesfield side, and we are away at the league leaders, so...
Yeah. Free kicks given to Guiseley. John Parkin and Adam Lockwood tussling inside the Lions' half. Guiseley take the free kick and give it to Will Hatfield on this right-back position into Danny Boschel, who floats a good ball forward up towards Craddock. Craddock can't win that one, though, against Clough. Wayne Brooksby tries to close down. Kelly will win the throw in left-back position for Forest Green.
We've had another tweet from Bev Dickinson. She understands the banter.
Curtis Guthrie. And Aaron O'Connor is going to be the switch. So Curtis Guthrie, who's been a real danger, hasn't it? And when he picks up the ball from distance, it's been a real problem. But he's now replaced by Aaron O'Connor. I suspect that's not going to make our afternoon any easier, does it? And the ball's just played over the second, a wicket deflection. O'Connor's clean through on goal. Can he finish? He can. Oh, well, that just about sums it up. A wicket deflection, played the ball perfectly in the path of Aaron O'Connor. And the Forest Green substitute applied a very neat finish into the top right-hand corner. And Guiseley, well, they've been put to bed, I'm afraid, here at the new lawn by the substitute, Aaron O'Connor. It's Forest Green 3, Guiseley 0.
It was a little bit lucky the way it broke through for him, but take nothing away from the finish. The substitute is basically his first touch of the game was to run through, took it to the outside the 18-yard box on the bounce. He has absolutely smashed that into the top right-hand corner. Drench had no chance, stunning strike, excellent goal from Forest Green's point of view, but very, very lucky how it got through to him, but great finish from Aaron O'Connor.
Seconds, wasn't it? Seconds between coming on and scoring the goal. Brooksby now.
That's the way to make an impact.
Kelly to Wedgbury. Wedgbury plays it back. Goalkeeper Maxted gets a good boot through it. And it's all the way out for a Guiseley throw. Right back position. 12 minutes to go, 3-0 down. Atkinson and Lockwood at the back, just trying to keep the ball away from the energy and ever continuing running Keanu Marsh-Brown. Good work, though, from Guiseley. Danny Lowe even getting the ball up to Nicky Boschel. And the Lions just knocking the ball about, but holding on to possession against some good advanced play. Towards the edge of the 18-yard box where Nicky Boschel can't win. The home fans absolutely in raptures at the moment. Kelly gets the ball away, and there's another chance here for Forest Green to come forward. Parkin through towards the edge of the 18-yard box, and Stephen Drench comes racing out of his goal and lunges in at the feet of Parkin to tackle and clear.
Yeah, it's fair to say Stephen Drench certainly fancied his chances in a foot race against Steve Parkin then. John Parkin, sorry.
Get your Parkins right. Throw in for Forest Green on the right-hand side. 3-0 to Rovers. Guiseley. A bit of work to do in this last 10 minutes. Never know, might get a goal back in this one. make things a little uncomfortable for the home side, but at the moment they're in good spirits, the home team, and the ball over the top there from Racine, looking for the substitute, Aaron O'Connor. This time he couldn't take it down like he did earlier on.
I think if we can get one, it'll be deserved. We've shown enough about us.
Lockwood plays the ball upfield, up towards Nicky Boschel. Headed away by Bennett. Poor control there from Sam Wedgbury, the substitute, and Guiseley win a free kick about 30 yards from goal, which be a chance to get some bodies forward. Nicky Boschel will take this one. Liam Dickinson, Atkinson, Lawler, Lockwood, all on the edge of the 18-yard box, floated in, up towards Lockwood. He flicks on. It's dealt with. Dickinson will get the second, takes a great volley off the crossbar, put in by Lockwood, takes a deflection and put behind. And that just sums it up. It was a drive from Liam Dickinson, hit the upright, bounced back. Lockwood was there. He put the ball towards the gaping net, but a lunging challenge has put it behind for a corner. And the corner comes in towards the near post, and does he have a chance to That's working. So hopefully you're picking us up now with the last 15 minutes or... Well, sorry, we've had just 4 minutes or so to go. We just had a power cut here. Just found another source to be able to bring the commentary on for the last few moments. Guys, he's still trailing by the 3 goals to 0. Ball with Bennett at right back inside his own half. Take the throw. Chris and I are just trying to ensure that we're still on air. So do give us a tweet. Guys, heading the ball up. They had a couple of half chances. So did Forest Green whilst we were struggling off air. Now the Lions are under attack again here as Kelly comes forward, plays the ball towards Fear. The tackle comes in, and the ball's here with Lawler. Lawler up to Brooksby. Brooksby to the left flank here. Danny Lowe. Can Guisey get something out of this in this last few moments? Consolation up towards Liam Dickinson into the area. Helped away. Done by Freer. Freer takes a good clip of the ball. Plays it out here to Marsh Brown, who's on the left hand side. He's tackled by Atkinson. Marsh Brown was making good headway there down that left flank. Atkinson swiftly across. Up towards Racine, who heads on. Forest Green still in possession of the ball on the halfway line. So taken here by Wedgbury, and all the way back here to Clough, Chris Clough, Charlie Clough rather, the substitute. Plays the ball square here to Racine. Racine sends it long, and it's beyond everyone, and all the way back to Stephen Dredge. 2 minutes to go. Guys, I'm afraid 3-0 down. Ball long this time up towards Liam Dickinson. Freer come away with the ball for the home side. Now Kelly down the left flank. He's got Freer chasing down that left hand side. Freer up against Atkinson. Atkinson with a good solid challenge takes the ball away from Freer. Still Forest Green are on the attack. Throw in on the left hand side. Just a minute to go. Wedgbury is forced into conceding possession cheaply, and Dickinson had the chance to play the ball through to Tom Craddock, just overhit it, and Guisey's half chance passes. Pick up the second phase though here with Danny Lowe. He plays it down the left hand side, chases on for Nicky Boschel, but in the end he just touches it out for a goal kick. And exasperately claims that it was a corner, but few on the ground agree with him. Now with just a matter of seconds and added time, looks like we're going to have 4 minutes stoppage time. Guiseley another tough afternoon here in the Vanarama National. Second successive 3-0 defeat in the offing here. A good spell in the first half, good spell in the second as well, but they just haven't been able to get the goal that they needed. And in the end, Forest Green been very incisive up front, taken 3 excellent strikes to secure them, which will certainly be the 3 points today. Lockwood sending the ball back to Stephen Dredge. Perhaps there's time for a consolation. Here's what goal difference might mean at the end of the season. Ball forward from Boschel, chase from Danny Lowe down that left hand side, shepherded out by Clough, and it's now a goal kick for Forest Green. It's been a tough afternoon, hasn't it, Chris?
Yeah, on the whole it has been. I mean, we started brightly, couldn't take the chances when it came, and it's that key word, I think, for Forest Green that we've used quite a lot this season. Clinical. That's what they've been.
Been a rough schedule of games, those 3, hasn't it? Macclesfield, Lincoln and Forest Green. Obviously Wrexham yet to come.
Yeah, it doesn't get easy, does it? It does not get easier.
Freer now on the ball for the home side. Gets towards the edge of the 18-yard box. just snuck a foot around the back of Freer and took the ball away from him, but Forest Green still in possession. Clough to Bennett. Bennett towards the edge of the area. For O'Connor. O'Connor by the corner flag, tackled by Atkinson. Throw in again for the home side. Neville with the well, just a couple of yards up from that corner flag. No doubt this will be kept in the box, and the little adventure as they just look to hold on to the 3-goal lead that they have to the end. As they get the ball away, Jake Lawler nods on. Tom Craddock picks it up on the halfway line. Craddock puts infield on the centre circle. Perhaps one last chance for Guiseley to get this consolation. Hatfield to the Forest Green half. Hatfield looks across him. Ball given to Jake Lawler. Danny Boschel chips it forward. Nicky Boschel chases. Down by the corner flag. Nicky Boschel can't keep the ball in play. And it's out for a goal kick. There's 30 seconds left, and we're getting on our way back to the M5. It's another tough afternoon here. If you're just tuning in, Guiseley 3-0 down. We've had a power cut. Still managing to get in on air, aren't we?
Just about. We've got a service to provide.
Is that what you call it? I've heard it's something beginning with S. Stephen Drench. Long clearance in the back up towards Liam Dickinson, who nods the ball up in the air. Put on by Wedgbury. Played back by Forest Green to the goalkeeper. And the clearance from Maxter all the way back to Stephen Drench. Time almost up here, but Guiseley perhaps will have one more punt, getting a consolation here. Danny Lowe on the ball towards Nicky Boschel. Shepherded out though again by Bennett. 3-0 to Forest Green as we approach full time. Throw comes in. Loaded on by Danny Lowe, and the referee blows the whistle. The home fans very much enjoy that one. Disappointing afternoon for the Lions in the end, but they showed some promise, some effort. In that first 45, Elliot Freer though got the goal for Forest Green on 25 minutes. A second for John Parkin on 56, and then Aaron O'Connor seconds after coming on off the break, out off the bench, grabs the third, and it's finished here. Forest Green Rovers 3, Guiseley 0. Hope you enjoyed it today. We'll be back for you again on Wednesday. Just a quick run through those final scores in the National League. Earlier on it finished Macclesfield 2, Kidderminster 1, Aldershot 2, Altrincham 0, Boreham Wood 2, Welling 0, Braintree 0, Grimsby 0, Bromley 5, Barrow 0, Chester 2, Lincoln City 3, Dover still beating Wrexham 2-1, Forest Green 3, Guiseley 0, Gateshead 1, Cheltenham 1, Halifax 0, Woking 3, Southport 0, Torquay 1, and it's still going. That's Tranmere 1, Eastleigh 2. That means we can just have a quick look at the live standings. That well, tonight actually Forest Green still top, 5 points clear now of Cheltenham, and Dover moving into third on 30 points from 16 games, but at the bottom we're more interested, I'm afraid, at the moment. Guiseley 18 from 16. In 18th place, Altrincham and Boreham Wood are closing the gap there. Altrincham 17 from 16, Boreham Wood 15 from 16, just 5 points now between us and Torquay, who occupy the fourth final spot. 21st place, 13 points from 16. Southport 11 from 15, Halifax 10 from 16, and Kidderminster 7 from 16. Thanks for joining us. See you on Wednesday, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. See you now.